Oh, come on. Oh, man. Whoa, what's this? Alright. So, this video is going to be a little different. Not really, but, this one is not about Clinton Rocco Carr. I mean, there hasn't really been anything new with him except for the fact that I ran into him like I don't know, a few days ago, but he didn't see me or anything. He just like, I don't know. He was riding his bike down Hurdle Avenue and then just he turned the corner at like Elmwood and Hurdle Avenue in Buffalo. And I was like on the other side of the street trying to cross. But wow, nothing really happened with that. I mean, I don't even think he's seen me, but I know where he works now. I'm not gonna say where he works, but yeah, he works like he works at one of those places that's like right on the corner there. Yeah, because after I seen him go over there, I remembered a Facebook picture that he had. I think it was on Facebook. It was on one of his things where he was wearing a uniform to that particular place. And I didn't really think anything of it at first, but so anyway, enough about Clinton Rocco Carr. I'm sure I think I'm gonna bring him up later in the video though. But anyway, this isn't about him. This is about my dad. Okay? My dad is such a fucking bossy. He's such a fucking boach when it comes to what do you call it? When it comes to like technology, or like when it comes to just certain terms that people use. Like some of them, like he's not really racist, but some of the terms he uses, I don't know, they're not really racist, but you know, they could be taken that way. This video is just about everything my dad says that's stupid. Pretty much you can think of it this way, pretty much just think about it as, you know, certain objects in the world, or certain items or whatever, you know, people call it by what they call it, you know. But my dad makes up these terms for certain shit. So you know, I make fun of him for it because it's fucking stupid. So anyway, remember back in the day when you had like Nintendo and Super Nintendo? When you had Super Nintendo and then like Sega Genesis and what was the other one? Atari and all those other old ass systems before they started putting games on discs. They used to put the games on cartridges, or some people call them carts. My dad takes it to a whole new level. No, he doesn't call them Nintendo games. He doesn't call them carts or cartridges. This is what he calls them. Okay. Any game that comes out of cartridge, it doesn't matter if it's Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, or Atari. He calls everything Nintendo tapes. Yeah, because Sega was owned by Nintendo for some reason. No, he'll call a Sega Genesis game, like the actual game. He'll call it a Nintendo tape. Okay. So anyway, I found this thing on YouTube. It's like the Angry Video Game Nerd or something. People are saying I'm 10 years too late for finding this, but who cares? It's still funny. Anyway, he does like this review of Nintendo Power, where he just slams the whole magazine. It's funny, but I don't know. He read from this what do you call it? This letter that they sent to Nintendo Power, and it says, "Do your Nintendo tapes last for 5 years or something?" And after I seen that, it was like I was watching it. I was like, okay. And then I seen that part, and you know, I had to do a spit take for it. Because I remember my dad calls them Nintendo tapes. So, so what am I saying? So he calls them Nintendo tapes, and now I'm seeing someone else say Nintendo tape. Nintendo tape. Everything's fucking tape with this man. Okay, so you know how like nowadays you get to burn CDs and DVDs and everything. Okay, so whenever you burn a CD or a DVD or something like that, he calls it taping a CD or taping a movie. And then he'll say something like, yeah, I'm gonna rent this movie. Do you think you can tape it for me? Meaning he wanted me to burn the movie for him. Do you think you could tape this onto a CD for me? And then like he has like the cable box too, where it's like he has the one with the DVR in it. And of course he calls everything that he records, oh, I'm taping this. I'm taping my shows. It's not a VCR, it's a DVR. Like he's gonna tape his black and white shows. Oh, they're having a Leave It to Beaver marathon. I'm gonna tape them and then watch them later. So anyway, remember when I said he's not racist, but what he says is kind of racist? Well, my dad is weird, so like, you know, like any kind of food that comes in like a wrap thing, like what do you call it? Like a souvlaki will come in the pita wrap and all that, or you know, a falafel will come like in that flat bread thing or whatever. Or even like a taco will come in a tortilla or something. Well, anyway. Oh, man. Well, anyway. Okay, here it goes. A souvlaki for him, he calls that a fettuccine cheese taco. A falafel he calls a Jewish taco, which makes really no sense because falafels aren't even like a Jewish food. What else? He called. Oh, and get this too. When it comes to tacos, when it comes to like tacos, everything that's like a taco, like the falafel or the souvlaki, they're all something taco. They're all Jewish taco or a feta cheese taco. When it actually comes down to an actual fucking taco, this is what he has to say about that. He calls tacos Puerto Rican sloppy joes. No joke. A Puerto Rican sloppy joe. Yeah, okay. So then he has like all these other names, like a fajita. He calls it a very expensive taco. Oh, you're gonna have one of those really expensive tacos today? An enchilada is just like a baked taco for him. What else? And then like like those there's gravy. So anyway, like the those Reese's peanut butter cups. I know other people say this too. But he calls them Reese cups. I know other people say it, but he says it too, and it's not even what it's really called. It's if you watch a commercial, they call them Reese's peanut butter cups, but he usually just says Reese cup. Okay, so anyway, what else? Like going to the movies too is his own term. Instead of just saying, "Oh, let's go to the movies. We'll go see this movie." Blah blah blah. He'll say, "You want to go to the show?" Okay. And then like anything that has to do with the show, like getting popcorn there, he'll say something like, "Hey, you want to get some show popcorn?" What is that? Just like fake popcorn that you just buy for show, But or let's get some show candy. Let's go to the show. Okay. And then what else? Nothing. Oh, OTB. I don't know if y'all have this in other states, but in New York State we have this thing called OTB. It stands for off-track betting, and what it is it's like it's a place where people go. It's usually like old people that go there, or like white trash, poor people. They go there, and they have like all these TVs set up, And what it is like you sit there and you bet on horses, and so you'll sit there and bet on horses, and you can like win money and shit. I don't know. They just have like different TVs and shit set up, and I don't know if all these things are live or whatever, but but you go there and they bet on horses and you win money and all that shit. So what my dad calls it, he calls it the Puerto Rican casino. Okay. So so yeah, we're gonna go to a Puerto Rican casino and bet on horses all day. What else? He used to tell me like back in the day, like when he was growing up, he was like, you know, back in my day, we didn't have any fancy video games. We didn't have Nintendo tapes. Well, you know, we grew up poor. You know, we didn't have money for all this stuff. So when Christmas comes around, you know what we got? I'm like, what? He's like, well, I always got a coloring book and some crayons. I said, wow. And he's like, yeah, and then I got a bag of guys. And I look, I'm like, what? He's like, I got a bag of guys. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, oh, you know those little green army men? Those little green army men things? I said, yeah, that's what they are. And I said, a bag of men? That sounds gay. And he's like, no, that's what we called them back then. A bag of men. I said, well, what fun are those? And he's like, oh, they're so much fun. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I used to sit on my bed all day and make hills out of my blankets, and then I'd put one of these army men on the top of the hill shooting down at another army guy. And I'm like, that's stupid. Just, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. What else does he say that's fucking stupid? Oh, the one time, this will never fucking leave me. I'll never forget this. One time he said this. He bought me a bag of potato chips once. I think he got me like a sour cream and onion potato chip, and then he got himself like out plain. Because that's what he is, he's plain. So anyway, I ate my sour cream and onion bag, and then I used to have this thing when I was living with them where I would eat everything in sight. That's how I'm like so fucking fat right now. So I just eat everything in sight. So I'd eat the sour cream and onion bag, and then I'd start going to town on his chips. And then I had this thing where I'd eat like all the chips, and then I'd leave them like the crumbs in the bag. And I said, well, I didn't eat it all. Oh man. Shit. Gotta lay off the crack pipe. So anyway, I would eat like my chips and then his chips, And then I'd leave them like the fucking dust in the bag. And cause like so I was such a punk back in my day, I'd say, well, I didn't eat all of it. He's like, no, you just left me the crumbs. So then the one time I did that, and he started getting mad at me. He was like, Mike, you ate your chips and now you're eating mine. That's fucking double dipping. And I'm like, what? And I said, I didn't put any chips in my mouth and then put them back. I didn't eat the chip dip. I didn't dip it in and then bite it and then dip it again. It's not double dipping. It's like, you know what I mean. Yeah. So anyway, what else? Back in the day when before they had digital fucking cables and all that, you know, remember back in the day when you had cable, and it was just cable, it just went through like your TV or whatever. You don't have like some separate box for it. It's just like you just flip through the stations. Okay, so then remember back in the day with that where like any pay-per-views and all that shit, like you know how today like when you try to watch a pay-per-view movie, it'll just say like you need to buy this and shit, and then order with your remote and all that shit. Well, back in the day, remember they had the pay-per-view. They still had pay-per-view back in the day, but the difference was with the pay-per-view in the past, they used to have actual scrambled channels. Okay, so get this. When, you know, back in the day they had, you know, you go to a pay-per-view channel and all you see is like a bunch of static on this, like a bunch of like snow, or you'll see like, you know, it'll look stupid, but you could still hear everything, like from the movie. You know, they had like porno channels back in the day, but like same deal. It was like, it's like once in a while you could see like a tit flash on the screen, but you could still hear like all the sounds and everything. Okay, so anyway, my dad had this thing back in the day where he could just, you know, it was like a black box, and like you could get like all the pay-per-views and all the other channels for like free pretty much. It'll like just descramble everything, and you're pretty much getting like free pay-per-view and all that shit. Well, one time, I did something where he got pissed off and he grounded me, and this is his punishment to me. He's like, you're not watching. He didn't want me watching any pay-per-view for a week. Okay. He's like, don't let me catch you watching pay-per-view. Okay. Can I watch everything else? Yeah. Just no pay-per-view. But he didn't actually say pay-per-view. He said, get this. He's like, Mike, you're grounded. No preview for a week. No preview for a week? He's like, yeah, you're not going to watch the preview. Okay, fine. So then, Gravy? Word. Hey. So then anyway, he kept saying, no preview, okay. So I was like kind of confused about that because I always thought when he said no preview for a week, he actually meant I can't watch that preview channel. Remember back in the day they had that fucking preview channel where it tells you like everything that's on, but you have to like sit through a big scrolling thing until it like comes to that channel. It's like, you know. So the one time I was sitting in the living room and I was watching pay-per-view movies. He comes in, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? I thought I told you no preview for a week." I'm like, "I'm just watching this movie." He's like, "You can't watch it, you're grounded." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" It's like, "I told you no preview for a week." And I'm like, "This isn't preview. This is pay-per-view." He's like, "Whatever, you knew what I meant." I'm like, "No, I didn't. I didn't know what you meant. You said no preview for a week." Which I assumed, which I thought was no preview channel. "Well, you're grounded for another week." I'm like, "Fine, whatever." What else? There was something else he said that was dumb as shit. Well, you know, the one Christmas he bought me a CD player and like a bunch of CDs and shit. And this is what he actually said to me when I opened up the CD player and all the CDs. This is like my first CD player and like my very first CDs. This is what he actually told me. He says, "You know, you could start buying CDs now and use them on the CD player." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You know what that means, right?" I'm like, "What? I get to listen to my own music?" He's like, "Yeah, well, that too. But now we get to take away CDs whenever whenever you're being punished. You can take away CDs." Okay. So he's buying me these CDs. Just get this. He bought me the fucking CD player just so he could have something to take away from me if I misbehave. What a fucking crock of shit. I mean, that's funny. I mean, I'm sorry, but that is funny. We're gonna take away CDs if you misbehave. Okay. What else? I knew I had something on my mind. Because I can't really think of it. I had it on my mind and I just forget. That's the problem with me. I have this memory lapse shit. Where like, I never like smoked any weed or anything in my life. I mean, I got drunk a few times, but I've never did any like drugs or anything. But like, I don't know, like once in a while, like I'll think of something and then I'll just like completely forget about it. It's fucking weird. But you know, I've never actually smoked weed or anything like that. The only thing I've done was drink. But I'm just trying to think of now. It's like one time when the Mortal Kombat was coming out and shit, my parents didn't let me get it for some reason. I don't know, maybe it was too violent or something, but you know it was weird because they let me get Mortal Kombat the first one, which had blood all over it. Somehow they wouldn't let me get Mortal Kombat 2. Like, that's any better, you know? But the thing that they judged this on was they said that the box lied to them. On the back of the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat, you know, it has like the little pictures on the back. There's a picture of someone doing one of their friendship moves, and it said friendship underneath it, but it had like a question mark. And my mom was like, "Oh no, you can't get this." I'm like, "Why?" And she said, "Well, first of all, shut up." Who is this? Oh, it's Mr. Ski Mask. Message, commenting on my Jewish taco status. And, you know, I'm going to tell him I'm making a video right now and he's going to be part of it. He could put this on his, we call it his, he could put this on his public access show. Get this, look. There we go. Pickled. What did I say? Pickled. Come on. Pickled cabbage and chickpeas in a pita type thing. No, Ski Mask. A Jewish taco is a falafel. That's what my dad calls it. So. Okay, so yeah, he is right. He's right about that, because that's what it actually is. Isn't those little balls from the falafel, aren't they like just chickpeas that are mashed up and then deep fried? He is right. So I'm gonna write him. I'm gonna be like, I'll be like, yeah. And right now, what is it? Right now, you are a part of my video. And of course, I'll spell video the way he likes to spell it. Vid. How's he do it? Vid. I don't know. He spells it VIDEOUX, I think he does it. Because he likes to be that Quebec boy or whatever. So that's what. Where the fuck is he? There he is. Oh. Fuck it. There. The fuck? Come on. There we go. So that's what I'm gonna see. Look, Ski Mask, you're being replied to on camera. Where's it? Post. There it is. Posting. Just now. There we go. Right now you're a part of my video. I don't know. Who else? Who else gave me a notification? Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, he's right. A Jewish taco is a falafel. That's what my dad called it. So what else? Oh, so getting back to the Mortal Kombat thing. Where's my pizza cutter? Here it is. So anyway, getting back to my Mortal Kombat rant. So the back of the Mortal Kombat SNES box shows a picture of someone doing their friendship move, where like when it says finish him, like you do another thing, and in this one it just like it does like some stupid thing where like instead of like ripping the dude's head off with the spine attached, like I think it was like Sub-Zero makes a snowman or something. It was supposed to be like a non-violent finishing move or something. No, it was original. But anyway, my mom's seen that and she's like, why would a game that has ripping heads off have anything to do with friendship? And I said, because that's a move. And he's like, well, there's a, well, why is there a question mark? I don't know. She's like, you're not getting this because it's lying to the children. Okay, whatever. I ended up buying it, like, I think I, like, snuck out and bought it or some shit. So, anyway, what else? There was something else that I cannot fucking remember that my dad used to say. It was so stupid. Oh, I know what it was now. My dad, he bought this fucking thing because, he likes doing like this fucking stupid shit where, like, if he buys like 10 pounds of chicken breast and they come in like this big thing, but, you know, he can't eat it all. So what he'll do, he bought this fucking, I don't know what it is. It's like this thing that you put like these special like plastic bag things in. I mean, you get these plastic bag things, I guess, and then you put your food in the bag. And then you put like the opening of the bag inside this like stupid fucking machine, and you press down on it, and it sucks all the air out of the bag, and then like a thing comes on, and it heats this thing, and it kind of like seals it too. So it's like a vacuum sealed thing. He could vacuum seal fucking meat and shit. Which was funny because it was like, it just allows him to like freeze shit and it won't go bad or anything. It's like all the air's out of it somehow won't go bad. But anyway, that thing had a name for it, and I can't really think of it, but I'm sure it wasn't the sucker. Okay. And so, anyway, a funny side story to that. My mom was using it one day, and she says, Ralph, you want me to suck up this ham? I don't know. Something about her saying that was just funny as shit. Ralph, you want me to suck up this ham? So he uses the sucker. The sucker. What the fuck? Everything is just some stupid generic term for him. So I'm the sucker, and then then I gotta get into some shit my mom says too, because she could be quite as fucking stupid. But before that, you know how I got in trouble recently with Clinton Rocco Carr? He had me arrested And the charges were two counts of harassment and an obscenity charge. The two counts were the one time I went to his place at night. That was the one that I took the video of. And I was like, Clint, cunt, get down here, and all that shit. It was like dark out. It wasn't really that late. It was like, 5:30 in the evening. It was like February, so like everything gets dark at like 2 p.m. You know. So anyway, he claimed that he went to the police after that, but I didn't get like any police at my place that day. Anyway, long story short, the one harassment charge was that, and the other one was the time where I went to his yard sale, where he told me to keep walking. I'll get my landlord out on you. So anyway, my parents bailed me out, and they went to all my court things too. But for some reason, and I don't really get where he gets this from, but for some reason he calls Clinton Rocco Parker for some reason. He's like, have you had any trouble with Parker? And I'm like, who the fuck's Parker? Who the fuck's Parker? He's like, that guy that got you arrested. Oh, you mean Clinton Rocco Carr? He's like, yeah, whatever his name is. You ever have a problem with Parker? I'm like, who the fuck's Parker? And he's like, that guy you got trouble with. No, I haven't had any trouble with him. And then the one time he kept calling him Parker like 5 times. I said, Dad, what the fuck? Where the fuck did you get the name Parker from? I don't know, I thought that was his name. No, Clinton Rocco Carr is his name. It's not Parker. I don't know where the fuck he got Parker from. But anyway, somebody asked me why I'm using like his full name every time I mention him, and I'll explain it. First of all, on the restraining order paper, it kept saying Clinton Rocco Carr, and I thought, back when I wasn't really friends with him, but I was like cool with him, I guess. I used to go to all his funeral home shows and shit. So I don't know. Back then, I just used to call him Clint or Clint Carr or whatever. And then when I found out he fucking backstabbed me and started cyberbullying me on his fucking relapse bullshit website, I found out about that, and he became like my mortal enemy. So that's when I started calling him Clint Cunt, and then later it was just Clunt. I don't know, because I didn't feel like saying Clint Cunt 100 times, so I just started putting the two together and saying Clunt. But then, like, after my arrest, I started calling him Clinton Rocco Carr because that's what it said on the restraining order. The Rocco part is hilarious as fuck because He's not. You know, he makes himself sound like he's a fucking Guido. Like he should belong on a fucking Jersey Shore. But when you see him, he's like this fucking twig with his fucking, what do you call it? His fucking Elvis Presley fucking pork chop sideburns. And his fucking hipster fucking flannel and fucking glasses. His fucking $2 bike. You know, he's like, I don't know. He's like, hey, let's go tough on the internet. Yay! This DLF guy is a fuck. This the fuck? Oh yeah. Ski Mask is chiming in again. He didn't really say anything cool this time. I just wrote, spending all my money at the Puerto Rican casino at OTB. So, and then he just wrote, bad idea. Okay. Alright. And of course I have to tag him. Okay, Mr. Ski Mask. I'll write it like he does it. My video right now. I'll explain later. Okay. So this is what I'm rating the fucking Ski Mask right now. So, okay. So, okay, here we go. So that's how he talks. So that's how he writes his posts a lot of times. He'll write it like weird like that. Oh, it's funny though. So then where is it? There. Okay, so anyway, what the fuck was I saying now? They were talking about Clinton Rocco Carr. So anyway, he's, I don't know, he's like a fake Guido, kind of. Elvis pork chop sideburns and shit. His fucking flannel and oh, yeah. He comes up, he's like, hey, guys. You want to talk shit about some fucking Jaffa today? You know. There's this Jaffa guy in Buffalo, and, you know, he's a Jaffa, so we gotta make fun of him. He's our new punching bag. You know, we can make fun of his little friend too, because his friend has a deformed hand. But, you know, forget about the fact that I have a deformed hand too. You know, fuck 'em. Besides, what the fuck, man? Jaffa. That's such fucking bullshit. You know, if, you know, at least be somewhat, like, funny. Jaffa. I didn't even know what a fucking Jaffa was until he had to explain it to me. Oh, it's just our term for a retard. You know, because, you know, the Jaffa is a hockey helmet maker. They make hockey helmets. Oh, great. So now I'm supposed to equate a hockey helmet to like a specific brand of hockey helmet to like mental illness or developmental disabilities. I mean, under that logic, I could just say that, under that, why does he call me a CCM while he's at it, why is it Jaffa? I mean, you could call me CCM, or I don't even know what the other fucking brands are, because I don't really care. But there is a term that I do like, and I do approve of, that's even better than Jaffa. Jaffa. What do you mean, Jaffa? Okay. I've said it in this video earlier, but I don't think anyone actually caught on to it. No, we're retiring the word Jaffa. Okay? From now on, anybody that has mental illness or developmental disability, myself included, okay? I'm saying this because I'm saying this because just people fucking shut up. Those fucking emails. Radio Shack, fuck. So then, you can call me this because it's fucking, because I like this word. Because Jaffa's just stupid. Okay? Instead of Jaffa, instead of retarded, my choice of words, boach. Yeah, like B-O-A-C-H. Boach. Stop being such a fucking boach. That's such an awesome word, though, and it means like the same thing as a Jaffa. It's the same thing as a fucking Jaffa, but it's just like it's like more badass than Jaffa. Stop being such a fucking boach. You're a boach. And you know what, too? You know those short buses? You could call them boach coaches. Yeah. Or if you want to be fucking more stupid, just call them, like, if you want to just say, like, you can even say this, bossy. Stop being such a fucking bossy. Yeah. But I don't know where the word boach came from, but like it's such a way better word than Jaffa by a million degrees. And you're not gonna say the Jaffa wagon or the Jaffa mobile. That sounds stupid. Well, you could say the boach coach. That's power right there. You're gonna ride on your little boach coach today. But the word bossy also, I get this. There's these schools, they're called BOCES schools. I forget what it stands for, but it's pretty much like a special ed trade school. It's like you could go there and learn a trade, but it's still special ed. It's like where the smart, like sort of smart special ed people go. BOCES. Look it up. It's BOCES or some shit. BOCES. I think it's only like in New York. I think. I don't. I used to go to a BOCES school. Yeah, I learned information technology back in like '99. Yeah. So anyway, no more Jaffa. That's being retired. No more Jaffa. Jaffa's stupid. Jaffa doesn't exist anymore. Now everything is BOCE. Stop being a fucking BOCE. Stop being such a fucking boch. I think that's where it came from too. I think like boch and BOCE are kind of like, I don't know. So anyway, I gotta tell you about everything my mom says now. What was that one thing she said that was stupid? Oh. She said, Mike, go take out the garbage. This was like around like 2002. Back in the day, she's like, Mike, go take out the trash. I'm like, okay. So I go outside. I have no socks or shoes on, so I'm out barefoot trying to take out the garbage. And I come back in, and my mom sees me. She's like, why aren't you wearing any socks or shoes? And I said, because I went out Hobbit style. And somehow she got a laugh out of that. I don't know. But, yeah. So anyway, then she started making up all this shit, like, I forget who she said it about, but somebody came over to the house with their girlfriend once. I forget who it was, but I know who it was, but I'm not gonna say it on the video. But anyway, when they left, my mom said something like, you know, his girlfriend didn't even wipe her fucking hobbit feet before she came in or something. Wipe her hobbit feet. Okay. And then the one time I asked my mom if she could take me to the Renaissance Festival, like one year, and she's like, no, you're not going. I said, why? She's like, because you don't want to be stuck 100 miles away with a goblet up your ass. That's exactly what she fucking said. What else? She's like, well, she said once, true story, she said this. She said, Mike, by definition, you are a redneck. Oh. But my dad does weird things too. It's not just what he says, he does weird shit too. Like, for example, he has this tendency to like mix weird chemicals together, which spells disaster. Like the one time, a couple times, you know, you go around polishing the furniture, like all the wood and shit, and I'll put baby oil all over everything. I guess it's like some cheap furniture polish. But in the meantime, it just makes everything greasy. One time he sprayed WD-40 all over the sides of the cat litter box because he didn't feel like scraping the cat shit off the side of the box. you know, he thinks that the WD-40 will just, you know, make it not stick. Meanwhile, the cats won't go near the cat box because of the chemicals in there. And then he gets mad at the cats when they shit somewhere else. You know. What else was the big thing? Oh, the new thing nowadays is he'll put vinegar in everything. Especially like in the what do you call it? Especially in like the wash. He'll put fucking vinegar like in lieu of like fabric softener. No joke. He says it works better. No, it just makes all your clothes smell like fucking vinegar. But I don't know. I guess my mom also said he tried. My parents got like a pool, like this huge ass fucking pool. You know, with a little fucking pump and shit, and you have to like put like chlorine in it so that like fucking mold doesn't grow on the top and fucking algae and shit. So I guess my mom like stopped him because he was about to put fucking fabric softener in the fucking pool water in lieu of like the actual chemicals to put in it. Puts fucking fabric softener in the pool. I'm not making this shit up. I mean, what's next? What's next? He's just gonna put like uranium in the fucking pool or something. He's gonna like mop the floors with butter because he thinks it can give him that nice shine or something. I don't know. He's fucking weird, and you know I gotta get going because this has to go on YouTube. All right, bye.